Restreaming, we live. Restreaming, we live. Restreaming, we live. We live. We definitely will be on the inside. Restreaming, we live. Restreaming, we live. Restreaming, we live. We live. We definitely will be on. All right, it's working, and there's no one watching. It's just me alone, like every time. Like every time it's me alone in this life thingy. No worries. No worries. No worries. I'm gonna be okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. It is fine. Fine, fine, fine. What can I actually do right now? Like, seriously. Do I need to... I need to check, probably YouTube or something like that. What I can actually check. I don't know what I can actually check. It's okay. The filter is okay, right? But yeah, it's just off. I think it's working perfectly. All right. What is this now? What is DJI making right now? Like, seriously, it's a charger. It's a fast charger, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't really know what to watch. Like, seriously. But I'm live. I think live stream is better if, for instance, like you are. I think it's better if you are. You watch, like, I don't have a word. Like, I'm looking for it. It's better if you are. It's better if you are. Me brighten this. Me brighten the camera. Brighten everything with my glasses, and I'm gonna look some type of way. I know that I'm gonna look some type of way. It's been a while. It's been a while being live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube right now, but it is what it is. Lolonke, 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 lolonke. That's what I like about being live on TikTok. It's so quick to see people, but being live on, like, YouTube is just kind of like really hard. It's kind of like really difficult, to be quite honest. it's kind of like really difficult to be live on TikTok, on YouTube. But I feel like it's a very good space to be in. I don't know about Twitch. I have to try like Twitch, something like that. Need to try Twitch and try some other platform and see how they work out. Oh, I think I need to try to do multi stream in the sense of like I'm streaming in YouTube at the same time I'm streaming on TikTok, at the same time probably I'm streaming in a certain platform. So I think that's what is gonna work out. But I feel like it will be so hard to do something like that. It will be so difficult. Aki and Popo. 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 I don't know what's going on. I really know. I really don't know what's going on. I feel like the TikTok streaming is just not for me. It's not for me. Let me get out this live thingy because it's just freaking me out. It's freaking me out. It's really freaking me out. It's really freaking me out. Regret doesn't work. Sorry to pick my nose. I'm very sorry. I need to stop doing those things right now. In front of the camera or wherever. There's nothing really interesting that I can actually watch right now. People are listening to the album, the Drake album, and I am not gonna do that because I'm not gonna do it because I don't listen. I should not be listening to those type of music or something. So So that's why I feel like I don't know what is interesting right now. I really need to find something interesting to watch on YouTube. For now, it's just like I don't know, man. There's nothing interesting that much. I don't know. The only interesting this guy. Oh, let me just like show you. You see the YouTube channel of this Teboho Moropa. This this is like a very good coming up YouTuber. I really can
The
say
AI
that
agent is now
I enjoy
available
watching
on the
these
Artlist
videos.
Toolkit. Now you have a creative
Just speaking
assistant
about cars,
built especially for video creators.
a lot of interesting
Chat
stuff.
as you would with any.
You know, nothing much.
And you don't know why this is a big deal, then I recommend you watch.
But I don't know. I'm not gonna watch the whole entire.
Good morning, you rays of sunshine. Literally, because we are getting rays of sunshine. Welcome back to one of my favorite parts of my life, which is this YouTube channel, because I well and truly think that I have the coolest community, and if there was an award for the coolest community, I'm certain that I would have gotten it. Because I've been sort of trying to keep up with the comment section from the last video that I put up. And there were so many Star Alliances in the comment section. If you didn't comment Star Alliance in the previous video and you don't know why this is a big deal, then I recommend you watch the full video. The last time that you and I saw each other, things were falling apart, and they were falling apart miserably so, bro. I barely had a voice. My drone is still on the side of a mountain somewhere in China. And I think I was just beat. I was so over it, man. But someone said something so awesome in the comment section. They're like, no, Tibza, things aren't falling apart. A wise man once said that chasing perfection is a frivolous exercise, and you'd much rather prioritize progress. Imagine, hey, feeding me a taste of my own medicine. But I believe that you guys are so right. So to everyone who checked out the channel vlog, thank you. I appreciate the words of encouragement amidst all the messes that were happening. But the trip was successful nonetheless, and I think we got what we needed to out of that. Needless to say, we're back in the best country in the world. It's winter and I can have the top down. And that's just something I appreciate about the winter sun, right? It's just there for decoration. So a bit of it will hit you, but you can still get that sunshine experience without necessarily burning to a crisp. You join me inside one of my dream cars, actually. One of my favorite cars ever made. This, folks, is a 2008 BMW M3. I got it from, hold on, this thing blacked out. I got it from Avaria Cars, which is a dealership out in Bryanston. I'm currently working with them. And the reason why I don't typically work with dealers is because, you know, they're just not the kind of people you can trust. But Avari is slightly different because I actually know the owner personally. I met him at the gym when I still lived in Pretoria in Hazeldean. And turns out he's a really cool oak. And then fast forward years later when my stuff started popping off, we just saw like an immediate alignment and interest there. And that's how I ended up on this car. I've already shot something for Instagram. But this is not necessarily going to be a review for two reasons. One, I think I don't want, like I said, this channel is not just about cars. It's car-centric, but I think we're long overdue for a FaceTime call, if I can call it that. Like a get-to-know-you session, if you will. A little catch-up. Because we're growing quite a bit. We're on the road to 7,000 subs. I think at the moment we're sitting somewhere at 6,500. And to think that we started this YouTube channel at the beginning of February, and now at the beginning of May, we're close to 7K. What the heck, folks? You guys know how much I appreciate you. But yeah, so since the last time that we spoke, I've gotten better, hence me having my voice back. And it's been, I think, a week since I landed back from China.
God, that's good news to start your channel in February and just like making it to be 7,000 later on. That's so beautiful, man. It's just It's really beautiful. I don't want to lie. So yeah, like seriously.
The only jive is I got back from China and then I immediately had to pack my bags to go to Knysna. That's because Mercedes-Benz South Africa invited me to come with them to the Samola Hill climb. And if you don't know what Samola is, it happens once a year around this time at the very beginning of winter, where really rich people get together in Knysna and they race their expensive cars up a mountain to see who can race it the fastest. So you get a bunch of folks from a bunch of different industries, mining, doctors, healthcare professionals, whatever, just people who can afford to have really nice cars. And then they go race their cars up a mountain. How cool is that, right? Forgive me, the sun is shining behind me, so I might be a little bit dark. Which gives me a chance, actually, since I'm in a tunnel. Listen to this car's exhaust. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's a V8. It's powered by a V8. But I went there with Mercedes, right? And the cool thing about the trip was that they gave me a C63 SE Performance, a 2026 model, brand spanking new, bro. That thing is so powerful. And then we drove it 1,300 kilometers from Johannesburg to Knysna so that I could go document the experience. And the great news is that Mercedes-Benz won King of the Hill in the road and performance car category in the GT63, which is like the most expensive and quickest car they make. It's so cool. I featured it on this channel when I did my drift experience with them. And then, yeah, while we were there, we stayed at this incredible house. Bro, these Oaks are asking me to send it, so I'm going to do it for them. One of my favorite things about driving around in a performance car is that people are more than happy to encourage you, to egg you on, to accelerate and give them nice noises. But yeah, that's what happened at Samola. And now that I'm back in Jozi, I'm prepping again for another trip. Again, bro, it's a long-ass FaceTime. I'm just giving you guys a quick update on what's been happening. I'm prepping for another trip. The National Youth Development Agency, which is a government agency that basically deals with all matters of the youth vis-a-vis tips, because I am youth, believe it or not, even though some people call me Ank on TikTok. They reached out and they have a trade exchange, not trade exchange, what's that thing where they send people to one place and those people send people to us. The English is not on my side this morning. It's an exchange program. There we go. It's an exchange program where they're going to send some South African creatives to China for 11 days on a skills training exercise program that they've put together with other creatives from all around the world. So I'm part of a South African delegation meeting other delegations from all over. The only problem is that we leave on Monday the 11th and I still don't have a visa. I should have applied for a multiple entry visa last time around, but I didn't know when I applied, so I just did a single entry, and my visa's still valid. It's just single entry, meaning I can't use it, right? So now the issue is I submitted my application today, we leave on Monday, and I can't even go in to hand in my passport tomorrow if they approve my application, because tomorrow morning I'm on a flight to George because there's a car launch. So it gets a little bit tricky on my side. I just asked Mickey if she could help sort me out with that, and she's more than happy to. And I appreciate her so much, bro. You know, when you're in a relationship, I think it's easy to have expectations from somebody that, okay, if I'm down, they're going to help me. But, you know, we often fail to consider that this is a person who has their whole entire life with responsibilities and that sort of stuff. And yeah, you have your expectations, but also think about the inconvenience you put this person through. And Mickey, in all my requests, in all this busyness and all of that, she's handled it with so much grace, where she's had to do things that I simply could not get to because I'm split between 3-4 different places at once. And I just, oh man, she's honestly the best. She really, really is. And if I'm in the lotto, I'm going to buy her, I don't know, a pink Lamborghini just to race for China, you know? So we've been trying to spend a little bit more time together. I've had my phone off for the better part of the stay that I've had since I got back from Knysna. And tonight we're hosting at Casa Moropa, which is why you joined me in this car. I'm headed to Checkers to go pick up some goods because we have a good friend of ours, Unako, who neither of us have seen in a very long time. And we just thought it would be a really great idea if we could host. So I'm going to go get some Jack Daniels. I'm going to get some tequila, some meat, because we recently bought a braai stand, as well as some charcoal and stuff. And then once I get back to the crib, I'm going to prep everything because I'm not working today. And then when Unako comes over, we're just going to have a good time. It's just been a joy. But this season of my life has been a very interesting one. And I think I started this YouTube channel at the right time, right? I started it, without any expectations, but I had a gut feeling things would be really good, and it would have been an injustice if I didn't document them. And part of why I appreciate this channel over and above the community that we have is the fact that when I'm 40 and I'm 50, I'm going to look back at these videos and I'm just going to be like, oh my word, look at what God did. I think it's also required quite a little bit of courage from my side. You know, if there's one thing I've noticed is that, and I told you guys this at the beginning, you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I want things to work out damn near perfectly every single time I do them, which is, I think, an unfair position to put myself in because we really live in an imperfect world. Why would I go around chasing perfect products, perfect videos, perfect solutions to everything? Because if I was chasing perfection, none of the videos that I put up would be up. That's the honest truth. Because there are still bits and pieces where I feel like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have said this better, I could have edited this better, right? But the idea is to show people through action, through what it is I'm doing, that it's a frivolous exercise to chase perfection. It's also to show you that you don't necessarily need to be the most talented or anything. The idea is to show people through action. That's the honest truth.
I think this is a very interesting part of the video. Not like part, like everything is interesting, but that's what I've really realized myself, just that chasing perfection is one of the things that really affects a person walk within any kind of community, anything that you start as a person, because there's nothing that is called perfection in this place. To be quite honest, there's literally nothing perfection. And Jesus said it himself. He said, only God is perfect. Why are you calling me good? Only God is perfect. Only God is truly good. You know, but even though he obeyed the Lord with everything, like probably I think he was just expressing the other side of just being a human, having weaknesses, being tired, you know. But as much as all those things, he fulfilled everything. You know, he cried, he switched, he was in the body that wasn't eternal, he died. But over all things, he conquered death, he conquered all those things. So like I feel like this is like wonderful to just like, you know, understand that, you know, in this world there's no perfection. You cannot do something and say that I am doing this in a very calculated perspective that will actually will be like mind-blowing, or will be like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but will be like, okay, cool, this thing is what I truly wanted it to be like, you know? So it's all those kind of things.
Because there are still bits and pieces where I feel like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have said this better, I could have edited this better. Because if I was chasing perfection, I want things to work out damn near perfectly every single time I do them, which is, I think, an unfair position to put myself in, because we the courage from my side. You know, if there's one thing I've noticed is that, and I told you guys this at the beginning, you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I want things to work out damn near perfectly every single time I do them, which is, I think, an unfair position to put myself in, because we really live in an imperfect world. Why would I go around chasing perfect products, perfect videos, perfect solutions to everything? Because if I was chasing perfection, none of the videos that I put up would be up. That's the honest truth. Because there are still bits and pieces where I feel like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have said this better, I could have edited this better, right? But the idea is to show people through action, through what it is I'm doing, that it's a frivolous exercise to chase perfection. It's also to show you that you don't necessarily need to be the most talented or anything. You just need to be the person who makes it happen, bro. It's also to prove to people who have this irrational fear of posting and creating that for as long as you let your fear take control over you, you'll fail to act. And I think action is the cure for fear. Once you start doing things, you start realizing that all the things you were worried about were mostly in your head. And yeah, you might feel like, oh, what if I put something up and people don't like it? Well, you've put something up and you've learned something. You know, and also you shouldn't be doing it for people also. You should be doing it for yourself. Like I said, I started this channel to prove to myself that chasing perfection is a frivolous exercise, and look at the community we've built out of that. Can you imagine the number of people who are going to wake up tomorrow who would have been scared to do things because they're perfectionists, who are now going to get things done? You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm
Yeah,
believer in
makes sense.
action. I well and truly am. And I think wherever you can act, do so to the best of your abilities, iteratively, and you'll get to a point where you're happy with things. You don't have to have it all now, because we're always in such a rush, right? And I think social media has convinced us that, you know, in order to have room or to have space or to build a community, you need to be the best. No, you don't need to be the best. You need to be you, for starters. You don't need to be Tebza, you don't need to be Mickey, you need to be you, because people gravitate to people. Right? Because if you think about what the algorithm is, it's basically a super highway of information full of creators, and many of which are doing the exact same thing. How many car content creators are there? What makes me special? I think it's the only thing I can offer people that no one else can is uniqueness. It's me, my way of doing the same thing that everyone else is, right? And it doesn't have to be perfect either. It just have to exist. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this. I'm gonna cut it off in just a second so that we can get back to this nice FaceTime call that we're on.
Yeah, the conversation makes a lot of sense.
EVE Online is a vast universe,
It makes a lot of sense.
alive with
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Also, something that's very odd is I'm driving past my offices. It feels so odd to be here. If you guys don't know, I'm a software engineer. I don't think we ever discussed this part of my life, right? Oh, great. My name's Teboho and I'm a software engineer. I finished high school with no real plan. I just knew that if I did well enough, I'd be able to get into whatever it is I wanted to study. So that's exactly what I did. I got 70s. I think I got one distinction, and it was for life orientation. No. It was for history. My only distinction was for history, not even life orientation. But the rest was 70s, and I knew that that would be enough to get me into whatever degree I wanted to apply to. So my heart said, go get a marketing degree. But my mom, who is a very thoughtful and precise Zulu woman, said, I don't think that's going to make you any money. And she said she's not going to pay for a marketing degree because of the number of marketing graduates she knows who are unemployed. And I was a bit upset about it. So I was like, I know how to do math and I'm pretty good at it. So let me go study software engineering instead. And that's exactly what I did. And that turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me, because it was because of the software engineering degree that I got that I met Mickey on my mother's birthday, actually, in first year. And then after that, I ended up building my TikTok community through the software engineering videos that I would put together for all the other students who were keen on getting in on the field. So sometimes bad things that happen to you aren't so bad. That's the lesson to learn there. But after I graduated my undergrad in computing, I then did my honors in computing at Belgium campus at the same place. And I got a job at a dev house. A dev house is a company which builds technical solutions for other really big companies whose strong suits aren't necessarily tech. So if you're a bank, you know how to do banking, but you don't necessarily know how to build software and that sort of stuff. So this dev house that I joined put me on a project here at Standard Bank in Rosebank. And for the last 5 years or so, I've been building technical solutions for the bank on the mobile app. So if you've ever heard of a feature called Money Movements, Budget Manager, Future Payments, and Credit Score, that was our team which was responsible for doing that. In fact, if you're a Standard Bank client right now, open your banking app. So log in to where you see your balance and that sort of stuff, those cards and those tiles. On the top left corner, there's a circle with 4 squares. That's called the add-on store. Go to the add-on store and search up Money Movements, and then repeat, and then go through the feature and then add it, and then do the same thing with Budget Manager, and then do the same thing with Credit Score, and then do the same thing with Future Payments. Those are all the products that we built. And then when you go back to your home screen, swipe up from the bottom of the Swipe up from the bottom of the screen, the drawer, and you'll see there's new widgets on there: money movements, budget manager, future payments, and credit score. Cycle through them, play around with them, and then you'll get to see what it is we did. It's basically an end-to-end solution for all your financial management needs in your pocket. So Money Movements takes a 12-month historical view of all your transactions. It categorizes them, and it also gives you an indication of where where the most of your spending is going, and how that compares to previous months. Budget Manager gives you a forecast of how much we think you're going to be spending on your accounts based on some machine learning and some data science that we have
my camera's
running
so hot right now.
on your financial transactions. Future Payments gives you a 14 and 30-day view of where your spending needs to be allocated.